Good morning. Namaste. It is on behalf of the Consul General of India and the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston. It is indeed an honor to welcome each and every one of you to this auspicious sesquicentennial Gandhi Jayanti and Walk for Peace ceremony. We gather today in this beautiful McGovern's Garden at Hermann Park to celebrate a man who is a legend, the saint of the century. We will start off with Pushpanjali, and we have some dignitaries that I'd like to invite for the flowering ceremony. So please, welcome Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner, Fort Bend County KP George. Please come and line up over here, and we're going to do the flowering ceremony. Pandit Suman Ghosh, Miss Kruti Bhatt, and then the team of Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston Board of Trustees, Atul Bhai and Rita Ben Kothari, Devji and Sushma Mahajan, and of course Consul General Asim Mahajan, Devji and Sushma Mahajan, and Ajit Bhai and Vimla Ben Paralkar. And Sesh and Prabha Bala. So we start this auspicious occasion with Pushpanjali, the flowering ceremony. It is now my honor to invite Consul General of India, Houston, Mr. Asim Mahajan, to come and make his remarks. Welcome.
Good morning to all of you, and a very warm welcome for this celebration of the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Honorable Mayor Sylvester Turner, Honorable Judge KP George, members of Eternal Gandhi Museum, and friends joining us today for these celebrations of the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. We are live streaming this event from the Hermann Park in Houston. The statue beside us here stands as a symbol of the connect of this great city with Mahatma Gandhi, a global icon revered across the world. Throughout his life, Mahatma Gandhi remained committed to his belief in non-violence, even under oppressive conditions and in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Gandhiji led a life suffused by simplicity and marked by his acute sense of self-awareness, ridding himself of unnecessary possessions and turning simply to the basics and to value them. His ways show us the power of the immeasurable reserves of humility and compassion that exist within the human mind. His life is an inspiration for all of humanity. Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy, teachings, and thoughts are of great relevance in the world today. The power of peaceful means to seek justice, the effectiveness of non-violence in countering force, respect for diversity within and between societies, fighting social prejudices and promoting social reforms, conservation of nature, and probity in public life are enduring ideas that can help us address many problems of the contemporary world. The International Day of Non-Violence is also marked on October 2nd, the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, as an occasion to disseminate the message of non-violence and reaffirm our desire to secure a culture of peace, understanding and tolerance. Mahatma Gandhi's life and philosophy influences the lives of many around the world. Dr. Martin Luther King also drew heavily on Gandhian principles and teachings of non-violence in his civil rights movement. Dr. King said, and I quote, "As I read, I became deeply fascinated by his campaigns of non-violent resistance. As I delved deeper into the philosophy of Gandhi, my skepticism concerning the power of love gradually diminished, and I came to see for the first time its potency in the area of social reform. As we jointly combat the current pandemic, we are reminded of Gandhiji's message of service to humanity. He said, I am endeavoring to see God through service to humanity. For I know that God is neither in heaven nor down below, but in everyone. Friends, we live in hope of a better world and we strive for peace through our actions. No one better exemplified this than Gandhiji himself as we celebrate his life today. Let us take the time to reflect and move ahead seeking this reality. Thank you again, Mayor Turner, Judge George, all the friends who are joining us today. We are doing a live telecast of this virtual celebration, and I again welcome all of you, which also marks the conclusion of the 150th birth anniversary celebrations of Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Consul General Mahajan. At this time, friends, please join me in inviting the Honorable Mayor of the City of Houston, Sylvester Turner, to the podium for his remarks.
Let me start off by saying good morning to everyone and welcome to this celebration of Mahatma Gandhi's life. Today we are gathered at the McGovern Centennial Gardens to celebrate 150 years since his birth. I want to extend also a warm welcome, and it's good to be with the Consul General this morning. Thank you for the relationship that has been established between India and look forward to continuing to working with you very closely in years to come. It is always good to be with my good friend, the county judge from Fort Bend. It has just been delightful to work very closely with County Judge K.P. George. Appreciate his leadership and guidance, not just in Fort Bend, but the collaboration in the entire region. So thank you so very, very much. And then to all the distinguished guests who have joined us today, many of you that I have worked with and have known for quite some time. On my 2018 trade mission to India, I visited the Gandhi Memorial Museum in New Delhi. It was a profound and moving experience and pulled in the parallel of the time that we are living now. I walked in Gandhi's final steps and learned more about the contributions he's made, not only to India, but to people around the world, and the impact that he's had even on the social, civil movement, rights movement right here in the United States. We are living through another change in our society where race and social inequities are at the forefront of the national and global agenda. The messages of peace and service to humanity shared by Gandhi and one of our own civil rights leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King, that the Consul General spoke about, showed how much we are all the same. The message of those two men shared about peace and service to humanity have proven to be exemplary models and resulted in profound world change. And we need to keep that spirit alive. And as we build our own Gandhi Museum here in Houston, we rejoice in the life and learning of a visionary who valued tolerance, inclusion, and pluralism. And quite frankly, the life he led, the principles for which he stood, the things for which he fought for and advocated for, those things are continuing to be very valuable, even though he is not physically present. Oftentimes, the measure of any person is not so much done by the life they live, is by the principles by which stand of way after someone is no longer physically present. And the fact that we are here to celebrate his life 150 years after the fact speaks volumes. The city of Houston is humble to have the support of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Prime Minister of India for our future eternal Gandhi Museum. In so many communities around the world, we share the same values and similar challenges. Houston is a welcoming city. Houston is a very diverse city where 1 of every 4 residents is foreign born. We build relationships rather than walls, and we look to each other for inspiration and solutions. And in large part, we can give a great deal of credit to Mahatma Gandhi for the life he led, the values he fought for, and the things that we are the beneficiaries today. And for that, on behalf of the entire city of Houston, we say thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Turner, for your remarks on this very special occasion. May we now request Judge K.P. George to say a few words on this occasion.
Absolutely, Mayor. It's always hard to go after you. You know that. And I always look up to you for guidance, and thank you for leading the 4th largest, soon to be 3rd largest city in the United States. And thank you, sir, Mr. Mahajan, Consul General. And I just wanted to say, dear friends, and Gandhi Eternal Museum is a close to my heart thing. And there is always a saying, I grew up in India with learning about Mahatma Gandhi a lot. But when I came outside of India, the impact he left for the 20th century, 21st century, I am feeling more. There's a saying, what you do for yourself, you take it with you. What you do for others, you leave it in this world. It looked like Gandhi didn't do anything for himself, and he left everything, and he did. And those days, an Oxford educated attorney coming back to India and he could live a wonderful life, and he quit everything to fight for the farmers, women's rights. And 72 years later, and the equality, religious harmony, and all these things, 72 years later, it's so relevant. It's so relevant. We are still fighting, and I hope we could accomplish his dream. I read somewhere the British Prime Minister mockingly called him the half-naked fakir. And that half-naked fakir shook the empire of England and in that fight. And so I get mesmerized by what he did for this world. And President Obama rightfully said one time, he is my guiding light. And Martin Luther King was mentioned many times by Consul General Mahajan and also Mayor. And I tell you, you look around Nelson Mandela, and so many people were inspired to do things, make a difference in this world. Equality, human dignity, those who fought for, they are all a guiding light. Mahatma Gandhi is a guiding light. And I just wanted to say, a person born and raised in India, it makes me so proud to see that the world is respecting a person like Mahatma Gandhi. And indeed, he is Mahatma, a great soul. And I don't know how to express this, 150 years of his birth celebration. God bless each and every one of us here. And I hope we learn from his teaching and guidance, so we could take it to the next generation. We could teach our children so that we could live a life. We could create a life envisioned by Mahatma Gandhi 72 years ago. And so we could do that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Judge George, for your remarks on this occasion. You heard Mayor Turner talk about the Eternal Gandhi Museum he visited in New Delhi. And he also hinted at a museum right here in Houston, an Eternal Gandhi Museum in Houston. And to tell us more about it, I'm going to invite Dr. Manish Wani back to the podium to tell us about the museum.
Namaste. It was on Gandhiji's 70th birthday that Albert Einstein said, "Generations to come will scarce believe that such a man as this one, ever in flesh and blood, walked upon this earth." Gandhiji was truly the saint of the century, and our commitment should be we never forget the message of his life. It is indeed with great pride and honor that I introduce to you the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston, our tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. My name is Dr. Manish Wani. I am the chair of the museum's Board of Trustees. Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston is a groundbreaking effort to preserve and extend the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. The museum's mission is to activate the universal values of truth, peace, nonviolence, and service. It will be located in our great diverse city of Houston, Texas, and it will be the first ever museum dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi in the Americas. We will create, through the life and work of Gandhi, a thriving educational organization aimed at transforming the world through its visitors. Together, we will establish a new and sustainable civic asset for Greater Houston, a warm and fun place that motivates young people towards service and nonviolence. The museum will animate examples from across the globe, young and old, of the power of nonviolent conflict resolution. Our ultimate goal is to encourage each and every visitor to embrace these values in their own lives and create a sustained force for social good. The museum will sit on 3 acres of land in Southwest Houston. Architectural plans are nearly complete, and the exhibit designs are in production. Our groundbreaking is scheduled for spring of 2021. We are truly grateful for the City of Houston and our Mayor, Sylvester Turner, the Consul General, Asim Mahajan, and Fort Bend County, Honorable KB George, for their true support to get this museum into fruition and bring it to our great city. You know, in these challenging times, we are wholly dedicated to address conflict resolution with Gandhi's powerful example. We are invigorated to serve and are confident that this new groundbreaking museum will be a fresh, fun, and a powerful solution. We invite you to join us in this exciting and critical effort, and to learn more about the Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston, please visit our website at www.egmh.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wani. We are now going to shift to a musical tribute. And for that, Consul General and Mayor Turner and Judge George, maybe you could face the dais. And we're going to have 2 musicians, both local, but known all over the world, wherever there is classical music, Indian classical music. I'm delighted first to introduce the young Kriti Bhatt, who will pay a musical tribute to Gandhiji. Kriti has been wowing the Houston audience since she was 5 years old. She is now a highly accomplished Carnatic music concert artist, impressing audiences not only in her hometown of Houston, but all over the US, and most importantly, in Chennai, India, the heartland of Carnatic music. She must draw on a family talent, with both her mother and uncle being gifted musicians, but her success is clearly a result of her dedication and hard work and talent. Kriti Bhatt.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान राणे रे। पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाणे रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे। निंदा न करे खेणी रे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे। निंदा न करे खेड़ी रे। वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे। धन धन जननी तेरी रे। वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे। धन धन जननी तेरी रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी। समदृष्टि तृष्णा त्यागी। समदृष्टि तृष्णा त्यागी। पर स्त्री जयने मात रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी। पर स्त्री जयने मात रे। जिह्वात की असत्य न बोले। पर धन जननी आत रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे।
Thank you very much, Kriti. That was a beautiful song, a favorite of Mahatma Gandhi's. Now we will have reading of famous Mahatma Gandhi quotations. And to do that, I would like to invite Vimla Paraikar and our own Ram Ramanathan, who has come dressed up as Mahatma Gandhi himself. And I would like to invite them to the podium.
Namaste. I bow to the divine in all of you. Non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction, devised by the ingenuity of man.
Namaste.
You must be the change you wish to see.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever.
Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony.
Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well.
Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will.
There is a sufficiency in this world for man's need, but not for man's greed.
The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vimla Paraikar and Ram Ramanathan, for reading Gandhi's famous quotations. Now we have the second song of the evening, and this will be by Pandit Suman Ghosh. Pandit Suman Ghosh is a leading exponent of Hindustani classical music. As a senior disciple of the great Pandit Jasraj, our Pandit Ghosh represents a rich tradition and is among the luminaries of the Indian classical music fraternity all over the world. Besides being a performing artist, he is also a respected guru for several aspiring students in the Houston area. Pandit Ji will be accompanied by Apurva Swami Ghosh, his student and his daughter, and Suman Ghosh.
मन तो है मन तो है कि विधि में समझाऊं मन तो है कि विधि में समझाऊं मन तो है कि विधि में समझाऊं सोना होए तो सुहाग मना सोना होए तो सुहाग मना बंकनाल रसना ज्ञान शब्द की भूख जला पानी का थोड़ा हो तो लगाऊं ऊपर जीन का मन रे हो ये सवार तेरे पर बैठूं हो ये सवार तेरे पर बैठूं चाबुक दे के चलो मन रे चाबुक दे के चलो मन को है कि विध में समझा मन को है कि विध में ज्ञान ना हो ज्ञान सिखाओ ज्ञान ना हो ज्ञान सिखाओ सत्य की राह चलाओ मन रे सत्य की राह चलाओ मन रे ज्ञान ना हो ज्ञान सिखाओ सत्य की राह चलाओ मन रे कहत कबीर सुनो भय साधो कहत कबीर सुनो भय साधो हमारा
थैंक यू
हमारा पुर पहुँचो मन रे हमारा हमारा पुर हमारा पुर पहुँचो मन तो है कि विधि में मन की विधि में मन की विधि में मैं समझाऊं रे
Thank you very much, Pandit Suman Ghosh and Apurva Ghosh, for this rendering of this very beautiful song. This song signals the end of the ceremony part of the plans today, and signals, in fact, the start of the 5K walk. And I would, at this time, I'd like to thank all the people who have helped put this event together, the sound system engineers, the video photography, the still photography, the live broadcasting, all the help that was offered to make this successful event today. And also our thanks to the other volunteers in the Eternal Gandhi Museum of Houston and also the Consul General's office. This concludes our formal ceremony, and all are welcome to join in our walk, as much of it as you like. And we are going to start going back this way. I also want to thank the Miller Outdoor Theatre staff for making it possible to escort this walk. They will be carrying signs of messages from Mahatma Gandhi: truth, non-violence, peace, service, and love, and also a banner as we go for this walk. As we go through this, you are expressing your commitment to peace, and for that we're very thankful and we appreciate that very much. As we commence our walk and get to the entrance
Hold on.
We would like to pause a little bit so that if some people want to change into our Mahatma Gandhi t-shirts, they may do so. Thank you very much. I appreciate your presence here.
Where are we going? Oh, they're gonna walk around though.
Well, they were supposed to come to right here and then go back.